a review of how to form the imperatif, the commands. So, commands are super easy. So, just like in English, we take whatever the regular conjugation is, and all you have to do is drop the subject pronoun. So, for example, in English, we have the sentence, you study hard. If we want to make that a command, we just drop the you and say, study hard. We do the exact same thing in French. Vous étudiez dehors. All we have to do is drop the vous and say, étudier dehors. So, questions 1 and 2. Use the following sentences to form commands. So, 1. Nous finissons notre devoir. And 2. Tu rends le livre. How would you change each one of those sentences to be a command? So when we form our commands in French, nothing changes except the to form in the ER verb conjugations will drop the final S off the end of it. Everything else stays the exact same. IR verbs, RE verbs, any of our new forms, and any of our vous forms. Nothing else in any of our verb conjugations change. Just the to form and just for ER verbs. So if we look at a few examples, we have, earlier we saw to finish, finir. To say you finish, we'd say tu finis. To command, finish, fini. To wait for, attendre, an RE verb. To say you wait for, tu attends. To give the command, wait, attends. But an ER verb, like parler, to say you speak, tu parles. When we command, speak, we're going to say, parle. We can't hear the difference, but we see it. This is the only one that changes out of any of the forms ever. So question number 3. Use this following sentence to form the command. So, 3. Tu dessines beaucoup. So you draw a lot. How would you tell someone, draw a lot? So, we only have 3 command forms, as you hopefully remember, and as I alluded to before in this video. So we only have tu, vous, and nous. Je, il, elle, on, il, and elle do not exist in the command form. So this is because we don't really command ourselves. We don't really say, me, I, do this. Or we don't command third people because in order to be talking about a third person, it has to be someone to whom we're not speaking. Okay, so if I say like, he eats an apple, and I say, eat an apple, I'm not talking to him because I'm talking to someone else about what he is doing. We do have a nous form, however, and this throws off a lot of students because we don't have a je form, so why should we have a plural form? That's because this is the closest thing that French has to be able to say let's. So tu and vous are straight commands. You are telling somebody to do something. The nous form is generally more of an invitation. We're saying, let's do something. So for example, nous dansons, we're dancing. When we change it into the command form, dansons, we really mean let's dance. We also have a slight technicality that we have to think about with our verbs. All of our verbs have command forms. We can form them all grammatically, because they all have present tense forms. However, there are several verbs which are rarely used in the command form, and oftentimes the command form doesn't appear in particular dictionaries. For example, a great verb like this is aimer. We can't really command someone to like something. You can't walk up to them and just say, like my book, or love French class. That's not something that we can command of people. So even though the verb form technically exists in forms of grammar, there are a large number of French dictionaries, especially once you get to French-only dictionaries, that simply don't give a translation or a conjugation for that verb because it doesn't make any sense to actually use it. So questions 4 and 5. Practice translating the following commands into French. So 4, we're going to invite people. Let's listen to music. And for 5, speaking to someone with whom we would use to, we want to tell them, go to school